Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Mindy. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I actually set up for a new month in my minimalist and very simple bullet journal. This bullet journaling method that I have is not fancy. It doesn't have any stickers, devoid of any drawings and art. A little housekeeping item before we get started. I'm going to actually include the timestamp below in the description box, so feel free to just click around if you want to go to a certain place or refer back to the place that you want to see. And lastly, I am going to start off this video with the supplies that I use. I will include all the links to the products in the description box as well, so don't forget to check that out if you want to get some ideas. All right, let's get started. Here are the supplies I use for bullet journaling. My favorite black pen, a highlighter, a ruler, and a notebook. As for the notebook, I've used grid notebook in the past, lined paper. I've also used dotted, which is the one that I'm currently using right now. I currently use the Leuchtturm 1917 notebook. Once you open up a new page in your bullet journal or planner, whatever you're using, you start off with the monthly log. And the first thing I'll do is on the blank page, I will go and put the name of the month, so October, I'll put that there, and then I'll put it up on the left corner of the left page. I'm using the High-Tech C Pilot pen in 0.25 millimeter. I really like the fine lines from using this pen and it makes everything crisp. Yeah, I'm gonna go and write it out and show you. The next thing I do is I get my highlighter. For this month, I'm going to use pink because October is kind of dreary here in this part of Canada. So I want to just brighten up my pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line on the border of the left side of the page. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the top of the left page. And then I will also do it on the other side as well. The next thing I do is I write the dates of the month on the first column of the left page and the days of the week go right beside it. This linear calendar is the original bullet journaling method, which I love because I find that doing it this way gives me a really nice overview of the entire month. The thing I do is I draw lines across my calendar to indicate a new week. So my weeks start from a Monday and I will go and draw a line after every Sunday to indicate that a new week is starting in the calendar. This helps really break up the weeks visually and it's easier for any of the future spreads as well, which you'll see in a few minutes. So I'll just take my ruler and I do that for the month of October. So after you're done your left side, on the right side of the page, the traditional bullet journaling method has you brain dump all the tasks on the right side of the page. I do like that all of the tasks for the month are on the right side of the page. However, I like things in categories. It's just easier for me to pick and choose what tasks I want to do for the following spreads. So what I'll do is I'll create categories. Next, I'm going to take my highlighter and color those sections. I have a section for goals here, and then I'll probably put 3 to 5 goals for the month right there. And then I have a place for YouTube videos. So maybe all the videos and brainstorming things that will go in there. And then a section for school. So all the things I have to do to prepare for school, that'll go in there. And all of the tasks that are not categorized that go in the other section. So all I have to do now is go and brain dump all the tasks for the entire month and put them in the appropriate sections. One little note about the left side of the page. So to keep things very clean, I only write down things that have either happened or they're 100% happening. So things like events, appointments, maybe an exam, but I won't write things that are not 100% happening. So after I'm done my monthly spread, I go and create my weekly spread on the next page. So in the original bullet journal method, it doesn't use the weekly log, but that's the beauty of bullet journaling. You just make whatever works for you and integrate into your own system. The original idea is called the Alistair Method, and I found out setting up my weeks this way allowed for so much flexibility, but also gave me a bird's eye view of what needed to be done without overlooking or delaying any tasks. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So on your blank page after the monthly log, I'm going to go and write out the title, weekly log, here and here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my highlighter, and then I'm just going to do the same thing as I did in the monthly log. I'm just going to color the top of both pages. The next thing I do using the same highlighter, I go and draw 4 lines going down the left side of the page, and the 4 columns are going to differentiate the days of the week so it's not too confusing for the eyes. And you'll see what I mean when we put this all together. And you're going to do this on the other side as well. I usually give myself about 4 to 6 pages for my weekly spread. And this is precisely why I don't draw in my bullet journal. After you do all the pages, you're going to go to the top of the page and write out the days of the week. So Monday to Sunday, do that for all of your weekly log pages. The first week of October starts with the Friday. So we're going to go and put that in the weekly spread. So after I do that, I'm going to brain dump all the tasks I need to get done for that particular week. So the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So essentially, I'm just writing out all the tasks in no particular order that I need to get done for that week. So after brain dumping all the tasks I need to get done for the week, I then go and assign a dot signal on the left side if I know it's an event or a task that I'm 100% certain will happen that day. Just to show you for this example, I know that I'm having a study date 100% for sure on the 1st of October. All I would do is put a dot signal where the Friday is on the left side and then just draw a line to connect it so it is easier for me to see where everything is. And then this third task where it says pick up pants from store, I can pick those up one of the days of the week and I won't use a dot signal until I decide when I want to get that task done. When I'm done with a task from the week, I cross it off on both ends of the lines, so on the left side and also on the right side. Last thing I'll mention about the weekly log spread. Some weeks will be shorter than others. For example, so for the first week of October, there are only 3 days for this week, so my task list will probably be a little bit shorter. So once I want to start a new week, I just put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday right underneath. And then underneath that, I would put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that starts your new week. So after the weekly log, I flip the page and then I go and start my daily log. This is going to be the last spread I have for the entire month that I'm going to do. This page is quite simple. I just put the day and date right at the top. I'm going to use my highlighter again, and I'm going to use the same color to put the lines there. So traditional planners will have an allotted space for you for the days of the week. They already have that space prepared. I don't like having pre-made days all on one page because I find it kind of limits the space I have for the day. Since every day is different, this method of creating just daily logs for one day and focusing on one day really allows me to have additional space to break down tasks even further. So I usually set up my daily log first thing in the morning, and now I'm going to show you how I set it up and the details that I put for the daily log. All I do is I just put the month at the top, and then I'll put the actual day and date there. And then I will go and take my highlighter, and then I highlight the date and day. And then the only addition to this is I actually write out 3 little lines on the right side of the daily log page, so I can write out the 3 things I feel grateful for in the morning. I also write 3 little hearts here underneath the 3 little lines, so I can write out the 3 things that brought me happiness at the end of the day when I go back to my bullet journal. Now that I have my monthly spread all figured out for October, I'm gonna go to the beginning of my bullet journal where the index section is and fill it out. As a quick recap, I'm going to show you all of the pages. So this is the monthly page where all of the events, appointments, things that are 100% set in stone go. On the other side of the page is where all the goals are and tasks for the entire month. Then we have the weekly log where I leave about 4 to 6 pages depending on the month. For October, I just left 4 pages. So this is where you brain dump all of your tasks for the week. Then we have the daily log. I'm gonna write all the tasks here for the day, and for the next day that comes up, I would just start a new day right underneath the previous day and then so forth. As you saw from the bullet journal, it's very minimal. It's just easier for me to digest. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel because it really helps my channel out. If you have any questions at all or any comments, please leave them below and I will definitely reply to you, and I will see you next week.